Hey everyone, Angelo here, Hollywood filmmaker, greatest screenwriter in the history of the world, recovering hobo, and man who's on a mission to negotiate with my landlord. Um, Obviously, this is a little different format for my videos. Most people don't care, who cares? But I do want to make a note of it because I'm trying out like putting more quality into my videos, seeing how that goes. I do miss making more videos and putting more time into this, but editing video is very time consuming. On to the negotiation. I have a roommate who lives directly across the hall from me, like 3 feet across the hall from me in a small room. Fortunately, the guy who's been living there has been really cool, get along. Even him like playing music and stuff. I'm like, he plays good music and he's just enjoying himself. It's not head thumping, bothering me. I don't even mind when I'm watching a movie at my laptop and he's playing it. We're cool, but the thing is he's moving out. And so I'm like, I had this experience while I had COVID over Christmas of everybody being out of the apartment, basically, including him, the guy across from me. He staying with family. So I got to see what it was like to, I want to lean against this, but it's kind of too far, to not have someone directly across the hall from me. I'm like, oh, it doesn't bother me when he's there. I'm like, he's just vibing. And he's super respectful about noise and stuff. It's never even been an issue. I've never had to ask him, hey, can you turn it down or something? I'm trying to sleep. But I realized, oh, it's really nice to have that. And also I got to thinking just about, being home for 2 weeks and still getting paid because I have emergency leave pay while I had COVID. I'm like, man, I should be doing what I want with my life and making movies and stuff, writing screenplays, film coloring, editing, all that stuff. So it got me thinking about my quality of life, and I'm like, part of that is I shouldn't be living next to someone 3 feet away, regardless of how cool he is, and not a bother and all that stuff. So he's moving out, and I'm like, okay, now who are we gonna get here? Are they gonna be cool? Because you never know. And someone 3 feet away. And also, I'm a little concerned, anytime someone moves in for my safety, like what's their state of mind? Are they, going to want to see what I have, and take something? Or if they are mad at me, they can just barge right in and attack me. I can't really lock my door when I'm inside here. But regardless, I was thinking about this, called the guy I rent from. I'll call him my landlord, but he's actually the guy I sublet from. And I want to know what you all think of this deal I offered him. I'll call him Joey. I called him and I said, look, the guy's moving out. I know you have this issue of trying to move someone in there. He charges $700 for that room. And it's a very small room. Now, granted, you also get this nice apartment and it's a good location. He also gets a closet in the hall too. And there's a bathroom right there and, it's clean. I keep it clean. But I'm like, we're going to get someone else in here. Don't know what they're going to be like. Don't know if they're going to be clean. And like, yeah, Joey knows I like that. He'll probably, mention that to whoever's interested, but I don't know how much he'll really get into all that. So I said, look, last time it took you like over a month to get someone to be in that room because it's hard to get someone to pay $700 for a tiny, like a closet. There's no room to do anything except lie down when you go in. There's no ventilation in there. So I said, look, I know you have this issue. Here's what I'm thinking. You have trouble getting someone in there. You have to find someone who's willing to pay $700 for that room, but for $700 you can also get another place with more space. So it's like, who are you going to get here? It's always an issue trying to get someone. And what state of mind are they going to be in if they're willing to pay this? In this case, he was cool. And he was just here for a few months. But I said, and now I have this issue too of someone living directly across the hall from me, and I prefer not to. So how about I pay extra and just don't put anyone in the room? And I said the point of negotiation to me, I want to say, is I'm not going to get everything I want, because what I would want is just pay nothing and just not have someone there. But I'm not going to do that. And Joey and I are cool. So and I'm like, and you won't get everything you want, but we should both, find it advantageous to do this deal. So I said, how about another $200 a month? You don't move anyone. There, I'm solid. I pay my rent. I clean up well. For whatever it's worth. It's not like he's here to deal with it, but I'm a responsible person. I try and make sure my wear on the place is minimal, my footprint on it. And he's like, well, 200's low, because he's thinking basically 1,500 total is what this whole area is worth back here, and I pay $875 a month, so that would be another 600 $625. I said, okay, well, I'm not going to go up that much. I'm not going to nearly double my rent. I said, okay, how about instead of 200, it basically putting me at 1100, how about 1200? Would that work? Because I said, you also have to consider, if you're worried about losing income, for 1200, that's about the range where I can start looking for a studio apartment, find somewhere else. And I've been looking just to see what's out there. I'm like, there's places all over my neighborhood, and I like this neighborhood. I want to stay around here because it's also close to my job, that I could do that. So you have to consider that. And he's like, let me think about it. I said, okay, well, do you like the idea? He's like, yeah. I said, good. I want to make sure you at least do that. Now, in my head, I forgot I'm rusting on my straight line persuasion sales tactics, which I learned from Jordan Belfort. I could have been better at it because also you never let them just think about it and get back to you later. You got to do it right there, the deal. But I said, okay, fine. Think about it. Let's talk. And he's like, yeah, we'll talk. Again, he's super cool with me. There's no issue for me to call him like this. Other landlords, I'd be like, yeah, they're gonna like be furious if I try and offer this. So that got me thinking, and I want to like consult with people who, have more experience than me and have been through this, especially in LA or anywhere. Let you know my three options basically and what to make of them. One is just let the other person move in, save my money, $875 a month. Continue minding my business. If there's something bothersome or whatever, see if I can work around it. If I can talk to him. Because even this guy here, I had to talk to him a little bit about stuff. It wasn't anything significant. And he was cool about it. He's like, okay, I understand. But, being so close to someone, you have to negotiate just space to get around. So one option is just let the person move in, keep saving my money, focus on studying my film coloring on YouTube, my day job, and screenwriting. I'm in classes. I want to get my screenwriting career going. That's one. And just make more money and see how that goes. Two is, pay, see if maybe I can go up to $1,300 a month. I could afford that. And just stay here and at least have the benefit of not having to move, not being on a lease, and having this beautiful apartment. I don't really use it. Like, I don't care about the beauty. I don't even sit on the couch anymore if I can help it. I don't like the comfort. Okay, maybe go up to $1,300 and use the converted closet as a home office. So deduct that as a business expense, and now that makes more financial sense for my film editing, video work, YouTube. So at least that makes more sense. Or three, get a studio apartment. There are some decent ones around here that, I got to go check them out and see, but they look decent. They get good reviews, supposedly from verified tenants there. And the good thing is I know the neighborhood. If I was moving to a different neighborhood, I'd want to go check out that neighborhood and see, do I want to be there? Like, am I just by this huge city road that's going to be obnoxious for me? I kind of am here, but I like the fact that it's so dense here. I can walk around to pretty much anything I need, or take the metro, buses, scooters, ride my bike. So that's great. So those are my three options. Again, to sum up, just keep paying $875 a month, save my money. And when the new person comes here, just, welcome them, be open, just let them know we can communicate and try and work out any issues and see how that goes from there. Second is just pay $1,200 or $1,300 a month here, have the home office here, and as long as Joey goes for that, okay, I'll be spending more, but I'll have the peace of mind of this area to myself. And I'll be eventually making more money on, film coloring and editing. I am starting to take editing gigs. I have one I'm working on for someone, not a major one, but I'm looking at, okay, I upgraded my editing software, coloring software, my coloring skills. So there's that. And then three is find a studio apartment. And also I'd have my home office there, deduct that from my business expenses, deduct that as a business expense from my income. So it's a tax write-off, basically. Those are my options. I'll see. I can basically afford either one. And yeah, obviously, it's really good to save money. You never know what could happen. The other good thing just to note is I finally figured out how to get my health insurance to work. So today I'm going to get a physical, been fasting, going to get an eye exam, going to get my tetanus vaccine and a genital warts vaccine. So doctor recommended them. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll get them. And it's great that I have insurance that going to cover most of it. I don't know about the physical, but I'm going to find out. Like, it's so weird. it's insurance. So they may not, but at least I'm going to find out. There was another place they were going to send me where they said, yeah, we can't even see if we'll be able to cover you with your insurance there. But at least this other diagnostic, whatever lab they're sending me to is going to be able to tell me. So it's not even a sure thing necessarily that they'll accept my insurance, I think. Okay, but it's insurance. And that said, I did look at some of my benefits. I'm like, oh, people have complained like they don't get free colonoscopies and stuff with their insurance. They got to pay tons of money. I'm lucky. This says I'm covered, free for that. Because eventually, it'll happen. Ooh. So anyway, that's I'm really glad too. I feel like, oh, I'm like a first-class citizen now, which everyone should have. Everyone should have that benefit. Medical insurance is a scam, but we all know that. But regardless, it's great to have my healthcare actually managed now and have a routine and have a primary care physician that I can have a relationship with. So let me know what you think about my options. I think at least I'm thinking. Like that's what I like, is I'm thinking about options, exploring them. And the big thing too is if I'm not sure, why change basically a good thing? Yes, I have a roommate who's absolutely terrorized us all here, but mostly just don't deal with her now, avoid her. And she knows not to talk to me. I say that because last time she sexually harassed me, and I couldn't believe she said that. I was like, don't. And she walked away, and that was that. So, yeah, just there's problems living anywhere. So those are my options. What do you all think? Because I know some people are going to be like, well, saving the money is crucial. Do that. And I absolutely agree. Some people are going to be like, the peace of mind of having your own place is great. Do that. Or stay where you are. And the other thing is, if I don't want to keep paying $1,200 or $1,300 a month, if I say, oh, it's not worth it, whatever, I can tell Joey, hey, you can move someone in here. And bring my rent back down. And he'd be cool with that. So it is an option, but yeah, that's a lot of money a year. Paying another $300 or $400 a year, think about it, that's over $4,000, $3,000 to $4,000 a year. Interesting offer, interesting dilemma. I think everyone should have free housing or affordable housing or whatever the best option is, and quality housing, and be able to live independently if they want. I want to see what people think. And for now, I'm not trying to rush it. Oh, for now, basically, I'm leaning towards, just let the person move in, see how it goes. If it's really an issue then, if it's really crucial, at least I know I have the money to leave if I need to, and I'll figure out how to make more money. But just let the person move in, because I'm like, I can save. And that's very valuable to me. And continue doing what I want. And if stuff bothers me, I've learned more and more how to just move on. It's like, oh, they don't understand, don't leave this out or whatever. Okay, put it back. So let me know what you think. Thanks, everyone. Bye.